welcome back to another post-game and preview game of the Montreal Canadiens on Sunday, February 21st, 2021. And don't go nowhere. Welcome back to another preview of the Montreal Canadiens fans. This is your coach, Coach Frenchy, directly from the booth today for the Hockey Nation Live Show. We're going to go through the preview game between the Montreal and also the Ottawa Senator. But because I did not do the post game last night, Saturday, February 20, between the Toronto Maple Leafs and Montreal, we're going to go through this one first. Why, Coach? Is because we have so many games yesterday, 12 on the lineup for NHL, plus the game between Colorado and Vegas at Lake Tahoe had to start or was postponed until midnight Eastern time. And I want to watch this game also, a report on this game. So that gave no chance for me to post game the game between Toronto and Montreal. So let's talk a little bit more about this. During this post game, we're going to have some interview we're going to hear from both head coach and also Austin Matthews and Joel Edmondson after the game. So just give you an idea what you think about the game between both formation last night. So the final score yesterday was Toronto Maple Leafs 5 and Montreal Canadiens 3. This was the third time the Leafs beat Montreal in 4 attempts. Toronto honestly have a great game yesterday against Montreal. And honestly, another 2 amazing goals of Austin Matthews. This guy is on fire. This guy is amazing. One of the 2 goals was on power play. He's dominate the NHL at that moment. I'll be honest with you. During the 4 games during last week, he has 12 points. Just give you an idea how he dominate. And he's in the race right now to maybe score 50 goal in 50 game for this season, a 56 game. Everything is possible. He's right now, he has 18 goals in 19 games. Just to give you an idea how he's doing well since the beginning of the season for the Leafs. And that's maybe one reason why the Leafs are now 14-3-2. The night after night, Matthews score and Manners add more points on the goal and Matthews. So if we talk a little bit about the game overall, they have no goals during the first period. It was like very quiet, but they had a chance. The first 5 minutes of the first period, Toronto was all over Montreal. And the shot was 5-0, I believe, until 6 minutes at the beginning of the first period. And then suddenly, Montreal came back. We got a breakaway from Josh Anderson, missed the net. Then you have Paul Biron came back, missed the net. Also, we have another opportunity, like 2-3 times. Jonathan Drouin, Kokanemi have a 2-versus-1. And cannot put the puck in the net. And Anderson was just add a mid-supply. Great save after save. And that's the reason why Montreal did not score the first period, because the great performance of Frederick Anderson during the first 20 minutes of the game. And we have the shot after 1 period. It was 13-10. At the end of the first period, we have a penalty from Victor Mete about like 1 minute remaining of the first period. Then during that power play, PK, Chariot sent the puck over the glass. He got another penalty at 14 seconds remaining at the first period. So now Toronto is 5-3, could not score. So at the beginning of first period, and now Toronto have an advantage to play 5-3. The first 40 seconds of that period, Montreal stopped Toronto, cannot set up their power play properly until Matthews carry on the puck in the zone, and then they set up the power play, and then finally Riley pass to Manor, great pass from left to right to the Matthews, where he was on his house, the place he loved to be at, the on the right side, on the at the circle for the one timer. Exactly what happening. Of course, Montreal 5-3 was not easy, and Edmondson could not intercept the pass from Marner to Matthews, and one timer. Price tried to come back to the right, to the left, but no chance. Top shell. Matthews don't miss those shots, to be honest. You since like the beginning of the year, scored 17 goal of the year. Riley and Marner have an assist on that one. So 1-0 on power play. It was still a remaining 1 seconds at the penalty of Mete. Now Toronto is still on power play for another 42 seconds, and then 17 seconds later. That's it. 17 seconds later. Matthews pass to Thornton, and again, another great pass from left to right, and Boyd catch the pass and go, put the puck behind the net. Price could not do anything again about that one over there. And 17 seconds, the scores was 2-0 Toronto. And you can see at that moment that we thought the moral and the mindset of Montreal would be down at that moment. But you know what? Montreal came back after multiply bad play by Kokanimi on the same shift. Just gave back the puck, gave away puck. He had an opportunity to go on breakaway from a pass for Tatar, and he scored his second goal of the year on breakaway, a wrist shot on the right side of Anderson. Could not do anything. That was his first goal from Kokanimi in the last 12 games. Just give you an idea how, he have a really difficult time. But that cut the lead by 1 at that moment. And then 33 seconds later, Paul Biron, the one was on the waiver list during the week, score a great goal after he intercept a pass on the breakaway and score on the back ends on the top shell left side of the shoulder of Anderson and tie up the game 2-2. At that moment, I thought, wow, Montreal's going to be, back in the game. The momentum, the game going to shift. But until the 4 minute later, 3 minutes and honestly 34 seconds later, Mitch Marner, a 2-1, intercept a pass. Honestly, what happening is Weber come to the blue line to hit Matthews, but Matthews a great pass around him, and Marner got a 2-1, and he scored his 9th of the season. Matthews and Bocasian have an assist on that one. That's bring back to the lead at 1 goal, and finally, 8 minutes later, Austin Matthews scored on another power play when Mete was again in the penalty box, scored his 18th of the year. Riley and Marner have an assist on that one. And I really believe Price on that one should stop the puck, touch the pad on his right legs, and the puck just flipped over. So that gave them now a 4-2. At some points during the second period, I think it was at the end of the second period, we have Kokanimi score a goal. It was now a low, whatever he touched the pad of the Anderson. So it was 4-3. Then the Maple Leaf request to review the play for obstruction by the stick of Kokanimi. We have to wait. Honestly, this game was stopped for over 4 minutes. And then finally, the referee disallowed the goal, and the score came back for 4-2. And I think that's bring a cold shower for the team, because after that, Montreal have difficult time to come back during the game. After 2 periods, it was the shot 16 Montreal the second period, 8 only for Toronto, for 26-21 advantage Montreal. But again, it was 4-2 Toronto, and one reason again is because Anderson keep the team in the game, and Price did not play the way he was supposed to play. Finally, during the third period, at 13:36, Alexander Kerfoot, his 4th of the year, Spezza and Tavares have an assist, a helper on that one. Kerfoot, a great pass of Spezza, by the way. to send the puck to Kerfoot. You have just put the puck in the net. It was 5-2, and finally, at 1 minute 26 seconds remaining of the third period, Tyler Toffoli scored his 11th of the season. Romanov and Gallagher got an assist. Romanov shoot the puck to Toffoli, stop with his hand, drop the puck down, and his backhand, I believe, he sent the puck on the right side of Anderson. So that was the final. The Montreal tried to remove Price, but nothing happening. Be honest with you, the lead missed 2 times the net to score in the empty net. But the final score 5-3 during the third period. The shot was very low, 7-6, 33-27 final shot for the Montreal Canadiens. And I can tell you that the way Toronto played the third period, they took it easy, the way where they just slowed down the game. And they had no chance for Montreal to come back. The face-off was 52-48 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The power play, that's the difference in this game. The special team, Toronto 3 versus 4, and 3 and 4 attempts. They are the number 1 on power play, and that paid the price. And the Canadian twice, Mete was in the penalty box. He cannot do that. The hits was 44-17 for Montreal. Anderson have 9 hits during this game. One, you say, wow, that's great. But when you hit a team, it's because you don't have the puck. And that's the disadvantage when you have a good number of the hits, because you don't have enough time. You don't have the puck and your possession. They have block shot 12-10 advantage Toronto. Minute penalty only for Toronto. 10 for Montreal. That's you know the reason. And finally, the giveaway puck. That's another reason why Montreal lose. 18 versus 6. Too many giveaway puck from Montreal, to be honest with you. If we resume the most of the points on the game, Matthews, you have 4, 2 goals, 2 assists. You have 5-6 different players from Montreal have 1 point. The most shot, Matthews with 4, Weber with 5, TOI, Riley 23 minutes, 33 seconds, and 23 minutes plus for Montreal, Weber. And finally, the goaltender, Frederick Anderson, Allo 3 goals on the 33 shot he faced. He stopped 30 for a save percentage of 90-9. And then finally, Price, not a great game for him. He saved 22 times of the 27 shot he faced tonight for a poor save percentage of 81.5. That's happening yesterday during the game. Again, it's you're going to hear, Claude Julien the next couple of minutes, and also a couple of players about that game. I'm going to let you listening this part, and then we're going to come back to talking about the second game, the back-to-back from the Montreal Canadiens during the weekend, and it's going to be again Ottawa Senators. So let's listening a little bit what the players and coach have to say about the game tonight.
Hey Joel, did you sense any kind of uncharacteristic mistakes from your group, given the rust factor and being off for a few days playing against a team that was kind of well-oiled there?
Yeah, a little bit. I thought we had good energy. We played quick, but we were just off a little bit. That'll happen after a week off, but we're playing every other night from now on, so we got to change that quick and get things rolling again.
Sûr que ça aurait été un gros but, là. Ça nous a ramené le match pour faire ça 4-3. Mais ça reste quand même, là, pour moi, là, c'est plus que ça. Les erreurs qu'on a fait ce soir, là, mentalement, là, on n'était vraiment pas à point. Puis c'est ce qui nous a fait le plus de tort parce qu'on patinait bien, on a eu des chances de marquer, on a créé des chances de marquer aussi. Puis on avait assez pour gagner. Mais défensivement, là, on a fait beaucoup d'erreurs sans la rondelle qui ont été vraiment coûteuses. Puis les pénalités en ont fait partie de ça aussi.
There on a couple of those, just big letdowns, if you want to call them. And I mean, they're walking in on breakaways and 2-0s, and that stuff can't happen, and that stuff can't fly. But he came up with some big saves to obviously to keep us in the game and keep our lead to what it was. And like I said, night in night out, he's been solid for us.
You blocked the pass down on Mitch's goal, on Boyd's goal. You take the hit. from Weber on Mitch's goal. Just playing a 200-foot game, a complete game, how important is that to you?
Yeah, it's important. I think the mindset, I want to score and I want to produce and do those things, but I've just been trying to do little things that help the team win and put the momentum back on our side too. So I think it's more than just scoring goals and stuff like that, but obviously that's what I'm here to do. That's what I want to do. But just playing that full 200 foot game and just competing night in, night out, and that's really all I've been looking for myself to do.
Sheldon, after a pretty wild second period, what did you see from your team down the stretch that you liked that they got them out of here with 2 points tonight?
I thought we just settled the game down. I didn't like the chaos that was the second period. Once we got our lead, I think we've got to do a better job with that. But in the third period, we were really good in that regard. We just kind of sucked the life out of the game, which is what you want to do when you've got a lead against a team like this, especially a fresh team that we knew was going to have lots of legs. In the third period, we needed to slow the game down, and our guys did a good job of that.
Welcome back for the preview of the game tonight between the Montreal Canadiens and Ottawa Senators. This is the third time this year they play each other. Montreal and Ottawa split. The first game, Ottawa won 3-2, and then Montreal beat them 2-1. That gave you an idea. Ottawa played a solid game against Montreal so far, so it's not going to be easy for Montreal. Plus, it's a back-to-back, and plus, it's in Ottawa. I think they could have their full hand tonight against the Senators. So in Montreal now, they are 9-5-2, fourth in the North Division. They lost one straight game. For Ottawa, they are 4-14-1. They are last position, 7 in the North Division. They lost the last two games. Again, there was Toronto Maple Leafs during the weeks. After they won an amazing game, 6-5 Monday. After losing trailed by 4, they came back to win 6-5 in overtime. Tadonov have 2 goals during that time, plus a goal winner and OT. We expect Murray and Allen to be in front of the net between the pipes. Specialty for Montreal, only 20.4 on power play, 76.6 on PK. For Ottawa, they are not great, honestly, on special team this year so far. 11.6, 28 in NHL, and 73.0 and PK for the 27. So they need to improve both teams. They need to improve the special team if they want to have a better year for sure. The goals for Montreal pretty good so far in this year. They are number 6 in the league with 3.44. On the flip side, goal again, Ottawa won the worst. They are 31 with 4.11 in NHL. For the face-off, both teams struggled this year. Whatsoever, Montreal have a difficult time at 46.8. They are 27 in NHL, and Ottawa are 23rd at 48.3. If you want to go to the individual stat, since the beginning of the year, Dadonov had the most goals for the Ottawa with 6. Toffoli lead for the Montreal Canadiens with 11. Scored the last 2 games a goal. The most point Tkachuk with Brady Tkachuk with Ottawa have 11 points in the beginning of the year. Toffoli have 16. I apologize. The TOI most minute per on the ice is Shabbat lead for the Sens with 25 minutes, 29. And for the Montreal, Shea Weber have 23 minutes and 28. Most the goals from the goaltender so far. It's Murray have 2 and Montreal, Carey Price have 5. If you talk about, individual stat and everything like that, I think overall, Josh Anderson have a great year so far for Montreal. We said the same thing. We can talk about Jeff Petrie as a defenseman also bring a lot of offensive on the Montreal Canadiens. He left the game during the first period yesterday, but he came back to finish the game, so I don't see no problem for him. We saw yesterday also Tadar and Biron back in the lineup plus Mete. We expect maybe a couple of change for Montreal Canadiens. I would not be surprised if Mete is out and Kulak is back, and of course Allen in front of the net. For the Ottawa, the head coach D.J. Smith said this morning during the press conference, Shabbat's going to be a game decision. So we'll see if he's going to back in the lineup. He missed the last game against Toronto Maple Leaf. And also he said maybe possible they have a couple of change for the forward. They're going to take only that decision a couple of minutes before the game starts. So that's pretty much what's going on around for the Montreal Canadiens. Hopefully they will find a way to come back. Listen, they lost the last 5 games. They struggled, to be honest with you, the last 2 weeks. We know they have a bye week, but the way you hear Claude Julien said, they don't play the level they should play. It's a little bit worry right now if you're a Montreal Canadian fans. So I wish you an amazing, great game tonight. Of course, I will be back tonight for the post game. And hey, let's have the Habs to have a game tonight with a W. I'm going to be live streaming the game under the YouTube channel Hockey Nation Live, so you can join me to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. Everything you want to talk about, I will be there to share with you. Have an amazing, great afternoon. And by the way, it's New Jersey 2 and Washington 1 at the end of the second period. I'm watching this on NBC. Have an amazing, great day. And remember, you fans, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you.